Sweety Pie, and welcome back again. Anyway, let's not do the whole intro, it can get long. Today we are again sitting at my desk, and I am actually going to start doing my makeup at my desk from now on. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I used to love to sit on the floor and do my makeup. I still do. But today I actually pulled off this look, which I know is a little bit funky because it is so overcast today. But I promise you I did film this, and I used the new Smoke Session palette by Melt. This is the very first Melt product I've ever used. And then I also used the Huda Beauty, one of her new neon palettes. This one, it's like the pinky one. So pretty. But those two reviews will be coming out. I do want to do a review on not only the Huda neon palettes, but also my very first experience with Melt Cosmetics. And then, you know, I've got a few other things planned. I have a new Copycat Beauty palette. This was the only one they had at Showcase when I went, and I also bought one of their new liquid eyeshadows. So I want to film with that, and yeah, anyway, I also got the the new palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills with Alyssa Ashley. Oh, I can't remember. She's a drag queen, and I don't really follow Drag Race that much. I'm so sorry. But anyway, today we are doing my face powder drawer. Yeah, drawer. So, I'm going to grab this drawer, and then maybe we can, you know what, I'm just going to take everything out of the drawer, and we will put it right here on the table, and I can show you guys. As you can see, I am kind of a palette junkie. I really do enjoy like face palettes, and I even have a few here as well. And I'm hoping that is it. I'm just going to go. I do have another highlighter drawer that I want to do as well. Yes, I think that's it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just go through them, and then hopefully in like a month when I'm finished my collection videos, we can go through and kind of wean out the good, the bad, the ugly. I do want to do some swatches today as well. You know, I want to add those in, and yeah, holy jeez, let's get into this. I am excited. Alright, so I moved my light a little bit just because I want to be able to, you know, swatch and play a little bit and show you guys. Oh yeah, that is so much better. Tell me that's not better. Anyway, this is the Aura Beauty. This is just like, I think like a brand that you could buy on eBay, stuff like that. And they are kind of mimicking like an Anastasia Beverly Hills type of palette. The one that I really love in here is definitely this one right here. The rest of them, you know, this like yellowy shade that's kind of weird. This bronzy shade is really pretty, but obviously that is not a highlight on me. But still a pretty palette, probably one that I will end up decluttering. But we will see. I do, like, the reason why I wanted to move myself back to my makeup collection, because I feel like I am becoming a little more out of touch with my entire collection, having having me do my makeup in a different place than my actual table. Anyway, so that was the Aura, and I'm just going to put those on the floor underneath me. The next couple I have, the next three I actually have, oh no, that one is another, no, that's the same thing. Okay, so long story short, I really love the Dollar Tree. I really love Dollarama here in Canada where I live, and I actually ended up seeing these. These are from a brand called Mariposa, and I've done some videos on them like on my old channel, because I do have some products in my collection still from Mariposa. They're like a super, super cheap, like Shop Miss A type of brand. But they came out with like these 3 palettes that I saw. I think there was a few other ones. Honestly, I just bought them because I thought, oh my goodness, makeup at the dollar store. So this is the first one. This is the bronzer palette, and obviously you can see like most of these aren't really bronzers. And these blushes are really pretty though, like very pigmented. See? Like, they've got some pigment to them. They can be worked on the cheeks, and if you're looking for like a super, super cheap blush, this was $4 Canadian for the entire palette. Now, I'm not talking like ingredients or anything like that, because I know that, like, you know, people are picky. This is like $4 makeup, remember that. This is their blush palette. It's the pink version. Like, look how pretty these are. And honestly, I don't really want to declutter these because I know that these are really pretty on the cheeks. Like, so what? They were $4. And then this, you can tell right away, like, if I can, yeah, there you go. You can tell right away they're kind of trying to mimic the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but these are what you get inside. There's like, these are honestly really pretty eyeshadows, but I can get away with like trying to put these on the cheeks, but it's super frosty. And to have like 2 super pink shades, you can see like the curation of these, you know, wasn't all that amazing. But either way, those are 3 that are literally $4 if you can find them at your Dollarama or wherever Mariposa is made. That is totally a thing. Then we have the Blacklight Highlighting Palette by BH Cosmetics. This is so pretty. This is amazingly pretty. My favorite one is probably Strobe. Laser is gorgeous. These are a little bit thicker than like your average highlighter, but holy crap, are they glowy. Like that one, Strobe, is just like knock your face off glowy. Actually, I didn't put highlight on today. Let's put on some of that. I know I drag out videos, I know.
Strobe. See, very powdery. Like what? They're just ridiculously beautiful. They really are. And with this makeup look I have on today, like, it's kind of crazy anyway. So, let's just, ooh, look at the powder coming off though. Woo!
But that glow is insane. So yeah, if you're looking for like that, you know, iridescent highlight and you're not really like too picky, these are really amazing. All right, it looks like we've got some Urban Decay here. Oh, is this? No, that's Anastasia. Okay, so we got 2 Urban Decay palettes here that are for the face. This one is the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection. I love this. I love everything about this palette. I love the bronzer, although it can be very pigmented, it's still really good. And they're pigmented, the blushes, the bronzers, everything's really good about this. Obviously, you cannot get this anymore because it was limited edition. It was limited edition. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow palette. Again, these are so pretty. Like, they really are. The formula's a little bit drier, but like, who can resist that shine? Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time going through these when I have to declutter them, I can tell already. Anyway, so these are all the ones that I kind of had out. And, ooh, you know what? No, I'm gonna put this one here though, because those kind of go together. This is pretty much like the only NARS product I have that's like full size. This is the NARS Hot Tryst palette. I really do like this palette. Oh, it is a ton of blushes and 2 highlighters. It's beautiful. Obviously, I have a hard time trying to pull off this shade here, but the rest of them, if you are into glowy blushes, like, NARS does do it quite well. And see, they're pigmented and they're not so glowy that you're like going to, you know, look really textured and gnarly. They really do look pretty on the skin. NARS does a good job. Anyway, I have these 2 are, I think, the only 2 cream products that I keep in that drawer, and if they weren't out right now because I was using them, they'd probably be in that drawer. This is by far one of my favorite contouring palettes. This is the Cover FX contouring palette in neutral medium, and I love it. These could definitely work as concealers. This is a really pretty, you know, like cream highlight, but it's not too, it's like the glossy highlight, you know what I mean? And then these contours worked great for me. I used the crud out of this, and I still use it. I want to do a video, well, I was kind of looking at doing a video comparing the Cover FX, which is one of my favorites, with this brand new one that I just got. This is the Shade and Light Contour. I picked this up at Winners. Oh, if I could, it's new, so it's hard to get open. And it looks like this, and this is what I have on today for my contour and highlight. I did use concealer, but I also patted some of this on the under eye. The only thing about this is that I wish that one of these shades was just a tad bit lighter. So that was my only like thing that I've found so far, but these blend really beautifully. They look nice on the skin, and you know, I love Kat Von D, but it was really expensive when it first came out. And then my favorite by far, I've got some more favorites so far, but this like cohesive palette has been one of my favorites. This is the Park Avenue Princess Bronze and Contour palette, and as you can see, I have used this quite a bit. It is really pretty, and they have two like, you know, kind of shimmery bronzers and two matte, and then two powders for under the eyes, and you know, like doing nose contouring and all that good stuff. I really enjoyed this. I put this in my favorites quite a few times in a row. I think it was in 2 years worth of favorites. So yeah, I do like it quite a bit. Now I also have, if I can get them all together, oh, look at that. Shoot, I missed this as well. Honestly, I don't know what I want to do with this either. I should bring this out. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Light Cream Contour Kit. I like this, but I find I have to use oil with it because they can be a little stiff. The colors are beautiful, but maybe I should throw that into the mix. If I have another one that's drugstore, that would be even better. I don't think I do though. Anyway, this is my collection of Sephora face palettes. I really love their formula when it comes to their black face palettes. So I have the contouring palette, which has definitely been used a lot. I really love this one. The powders are so pigmented as well, and obviously that is awesome when it comes to highlighting. Not quite as much when it comes to bronzing. You do have to have a light hand, but I've been able to make it work a lot. Anyway, this is their highlighting palette for $35. These are so pretty. They have from like blinding to really subtle. I never know how to say that word. But yeah, that's this one, and that is their illuminizing palette. Then I have their blush contour palette, and I love these blushes. They aren't overpowering, and I feel like I can pretty much like swirl my brush in and swirl it on the face, and it always looks perfect. Like, it always looks beautiful. This one can be a little bit trying sometimes, but I think if you had a darker skin tone, that would be amazing as like a almost highlighty blush type of deal. And then lastly, I have the holographic palette, which has 2 or 3 matte blushes and 3 like iridescent highlighters, this one being the darkest. I think that these highlighters are the softest ones I have found in this formula, and like, look at how cool that looks. They also have a green one and a pink one, so that if you have like lighter skin, oh, this green one is so cool looking. Let's see if I can get a swatch of this. Look at how cool that is. Like, so awesome. So I love their formula, and I think that this is like right on the money. It's only $35 Canadian, and you get 6 products, and they're good products. So I've been buying them for a while, and I haven't bought the 2 that have released. Ooh, I'm like looking like this is gonna fall over on me. Oh God. Okay, anyway, as as I was saying, I think that they're really good quality. I haven't bought the 2 new ones I think that they came out with yet, but it's not that I haven't wanted to. It's just keeping up with the makeup world can be insane. So those are all of that. Now let's go into, I have like drugstore and high-end just mixed up everywhere in here, which kind of drives me crazy. But this is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I love this palette. It is so pretty. If you want those glossy red cheeks, like this, that flush, like that you're youthful, this will give it to you. I really love the formula. The glow on here is just like so freaking pretty. It's like a NARS Orgasm blush type of deal. And it's just like, see, it just melts into my hand to the point where you can't even really ignore the spot, but like, look at that. Oh, so pretty. I did an entire review on this. You can definitely check it out on my channel. I don't have a ton of Natasha Denona, but my collection is getting bigger, I will say that. Now, I have a couple of these. Now, I don't even know if this will survive my declutter. We will see when that happens, but I have several hard candy highlighting palettes. I reviewed them on my channel. It's not that I don't think they're all right. A lot of these shades work really nicely. The creams especially, like this one here, this can be so beautiful, but I don't know. I just feel like I have so many and like, but it's like one of those reflective green ones. This one is the palette in Just Glow. It's Glowing by Night. And it looks like that. And then I have this one. Oh, definitely going to need a new wipe soon. This one I have is called Kissed by the Sun. And this one I really love because this color right here is super blinding and pretty on the skin. And if you had dark skin, like this would make a beautiful, like bronzy glow highlight as well. I think that darker skin might get a better use out of this than lighter skin. But yeah, that is some like drugstore hard candy stuff. Ooh, that swatch is so pretty and it's like sticking to my finger. And then I also have this one, which is the Baked Highlighting Trio in Rooftop It's a French word. I wonder if anybody can read that. Anyway, so it looks like this, and these are really pretty as well. Like, they are one of those super baked kind of dry formulas, but like the color is undeniably beautiful. Like, look at that shine and shimmer all over my hand. So pretty. So, honestly, I think that this would probably be more enjoyed by people than these because these can be very hard to apply. They're a little textury, you know, all that good stuff. But okay, if I look a little disheveled, I literally had to cut for 1 second and go get the mail. I just got something kind of exciting in the mail, but that is for another time, another place. Let's continue. We don't have too much left. This is, let's see, let me see if I can get all the Anastasia together. All right, I think we've got all the Anastasia. Yes, we do. All right, so this is my little Anastasia face collection. First, we have, of course, the Dream Glow Kit. It went on sale, and of course, I bought it up. And I do like it. I think it's very pretty, but if you are not into, like, a little bit thicker of a highlight, a little, like, pronounced of a highlight, you don't like buffing your highlight in, don't buy this because you're not going to like it. It is really, like, different colors. Like, oh my gosh, this one, Regal. Like, how freaking pretty is that? It's absolutely beautiful. But if you're not into that little bit thicker, less, like, normal looking highlight, I hate saying that word, but you know what I mean, you ain't gonna like this. Alright, next we have the very first glow kit I ever purchased. This is the Sugar Glow Kit. Love still to this day, but have not used it in so long. Obviously Starburst is probably my favorite. I really love a pinky highlight. Like, who doesn't love a pink freaking highlight? Anyway, that was the very first one that I purchased. Then we have the Anastasia Moonchild. I don't think you need both Dream Kit and the Moonchild, but of course, because I just saw it on sale and it was half price, I was like, I need to have this. My favorite one is probably Pink Heart, because it's like that duochrome pinky shade. Let's see if I can, ooh, like look at that. Very pretty. Then next we have a contouring kit. Again, something that went on sale and was so hyped about in the beauty community that it felt a shame not to pick it up, as well as their cream contour. I got them both at the same time. This is the one in light to medium, and you can see I've used this, but I definitely need to give this another chance because I think that these powders are just as good as the ones that are in the Tarte palette. I just didn't use it as much because when I was buying it, it was like just for the hype. Now I really want to try and get some actual use out of it. Next, we have something that for so long, like I don't know why, but I love these tones so much. This is like the epitome of like a really dark, like gray toned contour. That's a hard swatch. But obviously, my skin tone is not this dark. Like, I will never get this to work as a blush. It always looks like a bruise on me. These other three shades I can totally get to work, but I don't know. I loved this so much and I wanted it to work so badly because I loved the tones. Like, this is just so pretty to me. But honestly, I need to make an eye look out of this because I think that this would make a bomb shade for an eyeshadow. Not sure if I'm going to keep it just for that, but we'll see as I move along. Oh, I've got scrapes and scratches all over my feet from yesterday. We went on a bit of an excursion. I don't remember, did I post anything on Instagram? Check my Instagram out, guys, because I am constantly posting swatches and like first looks at makeup that I'm buying and all that good stuff so that you guys can be like, hey, I really want to see that. That's why I do the Instagram thing, you know. Anyway, we have 2 palettes, I think. Is this from Hourglass or Becca? No, this is from Becca. This is from Becca as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is my one and only Hourglass palette. I love these powders. I think that if you are... even if you're not aging, like, you know, obviously I am going into my 30s soon, these powders look gorgeous on my skin. They make it look youthful. I strongly suggest getting like a Sephora employee to try these out on your skin. They are so pretty. Now, the blushes I could do without, honestly, but like all their finishing powders and their bronzer, oh, so freaking pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. I was so happy. I'm so happy I purchased that and did the splurge because I was thinking to myself, like, seriously, people, there's no way that that's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it, but it was worth it to me. Anyway, so we're going to go into these 2 Becca palettes. Now, these were both limited edition. I don't think you can purchase them anymore. This was the Ocean palette, which had 5. Yes, 5 of those, like, duochrome. They're kind of like baked blushes, or not blushes, baked highlighters. Let's see. Yes, Ocean Jewel Highlighter Palette. But they're, like, a little bit drier. Oh, they look so pretty on the skin. Like this one looks so beautiful when you're doing like that bronzy look. I really do enjoy that palette. That's not something that I'm giving away anytime soon. And then we have the Be a Light palette, which I think is on sale or was on sale at Sephora. I don't know, okay? These 2 I could probably do without, but this blush and bronzer, I love them so much. They are so pretty. Oh my goodness, like look at this, the blush. It's just so gorgeous on the cheeks. I have worn the bronzer down to like you see, they're all supposed to be like domed. You see the bronzer? Yeah, exactly. Now, like these 2, I've used them a lot, and sometimes they go over the skin really beautifully, but other times I've tried putting them over top of a specific foundation or concealer or powder, and they just look a little dry. and sparkly. So it's all in the way you use them, to be perfectly honest. If you've found like a foolproof way to make these work, let me know. It's just like this one, for instance, this is their brightening, is it their brightening? No, it's their blurring powder, and I just feel like it's a little dark sometimes. And then their brightening powder, I feel like sometimes it's just more of just a highlight. It's not a brightening powder, like you wouldn't put this under the eye type of thing, because it's like got, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just really shiny to be putting under the eyes. Anyway, I have loved this palette for these two products. I'm not in love with these two anymore, but I still think I would keep it just for the blush and bronzer in itself. I did pay for it, so like, whatever. Anyway, next I have a few e.l.f. face palettes. Again, these are things that I have loved. I have the contouring palette. This shade up here, this like highlight shade, I don't really like as much, but the rest of them do a great job. Then we have, this one is the bronzing palette. I have used the crud out of this bronzer here. This one's a little too red for me. This one has a little bit of shimmer, but like you literally could just swirl your brush all in there and like be done in 2 seconds. And then my favorite one is this blush palette. This is their light blush palette. These are so good. So good. And that's what those look like. Ooh, I'm running out of space. Running out of space. And it's hot. And it's hot in here. It is really hot in here. Summer is definitely coming, and I don't know why I'm complaining. Ugh. Alright, so we've got a couple like ones where I obviously only have like one of the brand. The first one I have here is a little Smashbox palette. This is the Drawn In Decked Out Spotlight palette. I got this in like a Christmas, I got this in like a Christmas pack. I'm not too keen on their eyeshadow formula, but these highlights are really pretty. Then I have one from Clinique. This was from last year. It's their Get Cheeky palette. It's just okay. I'm not in love with this. I honestly, the only colors that I like are these two. This one doesn't really show up that well. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I'll probably bring it out and use it a little bit, but like I wasn't too impressed with it, to be honest. Then we have one from ColourPop. This is the In Nude Endo. This is their highlighting palette. I love, love, love a couple of these. This one, and it's the On Tempo and then Fine Line. They look a little textury in the pan though, but they really aren't on the skin, and they will blind the crap out of you. Like, look at that. Ooh, I'm getting like a sweat mustache for sure. There we go. Gone. Anyway, then we have this one. Oh, I love this one, and I will never give this up, okay? I bought this on sale at Sephora. They don't sell it, I don't think, anymore. It was like for one of their winter. It's the Sephora Winter Flush. It looks like this. These are beautiful. You can make them more shimmery or less shimmery. I loved this concept. This one even shows up as like a really pretty peachy bronze shade on me. I really like that palette, and I'm sorry you can't get it. This one I am depotting 100%. I am getting this big hulking thing out of my collection. This is the Physicians Formula Casey Holmes palette. Obviously, the perfume and the lipstick are in my collection already. And then you have the eyeshadows. It smells though. It's so pretty. I'm going to depot this, and I'm going to put it in a Z palette because this is way too bulky. I don't know what she was thinking with this, honestly. All right, we got 2 left. We got 2 left. Please don't fall. So I left 2 that, one I'm like, I don't know. And then this one, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite face palette of all time that Too Faced has ever brought out of anything. One, it smells like cinnamon cookies to me. And 2, the products in here are amazing. The blushes work beautifully. The highlighters are so beautiful. They can be really light, and then they can also be like blinding. They have like it's like a shimmery bronzer, but it's not super shimmery to the point where you're like, whoa, is that flecks of glitter? It's not like that. It's very like, you know, youthful on the skin. I don't know if this would be awesome for anyone that has medium to dark, because honestly, I don't know if the bronzer is going to show up on you. But if you are like medium to light, you should look into this. Go and swatch it in store. Look at it. The packaging is gorgeous as well. Like, who doesn't love that? Oh my gosh, it even tastes like, some of the powder just got in my mouth and it was like, oh my god, that's so weird. It tasted sweet. And last, but certainly not least, we have my Kat Von D Fetish palette. This is the face palette she came out with last Christmas, and this is what it looks like. Once I started to get to know this formula, I liked it better. I will put it that way. These blushes worked really beautifully, and like this one gives such a cool effect on the cheeks. It's very like alien-like, so if you're not into like kind of odd makeup, it might not be for you. These two work beautiful though. They're so nice. They're not overly pigmented though. So like you look at it in the pan and you're like, hell no. It's not going to go on like that, especially nicely blending it in. Now, the highlights are full of glitter. If you don't like a glittery highlight, do not even think about her metal crush. Is that? No, it's not what it's called. What is it called? This is one of her, this is her highlighter formula. Like, this is her crush highlighter formula. I'm pretty sure like 90% of them are pretty glittery. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this. I think I mostly use these for an inner corner highlight on the skin. You know, they can look a little bit intense, a little glittery, but like they are pretty. Like sheared out. Can you see that? It is really pretty sheared out on the skin. Here, I'll swatch a couple of them. But like you can feel the texture on your fingers. Let's just... look at that pink one. So pretty. So if you work it on the skin properly, it can look really pretty. But honestly, I don't know. I wasn't, this is like one of the Kat Von D products that I just wasn't all in for. But yeah, guys, so I think that's it for my face palette. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to show you just a little clip of how exactly I store my face palettes. So, desk, drawer, and I think there's a couple that I missed and I can't remember. Where are you? Ah, here we are. I don't remember if I showed this one, the Natasha Denona Bloom. Let's just open it up. Ah, come on, open. I wasn't really expecting to do anything. Oh, in her glory. But yeah, I'm sorry if I did show that one. For some reason I think I didn't. But yeah, I have a few drawers left, guys. So there's like all of my powder products, including some foundations, and then all of my concealers and everything that are up there. There's products in there. There's product everywhere. But yeah, and then after that I think we'll do some decluttering. Who wants to see that? All right. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.